and we're just letting the, there we go. It should be up now. We're live streaming. Yes. All right. Awesome. 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 Well, welcome everybody. Welcome to the Power Up and Glow, our training session for our consultants and our guest event. So we want to start out. Do we have any guest on the line tonight? Do we have any guest on the line tonight? We want to let you know that we welcome you. We welcome you. We welcome you. We welcome you. We welcome you to our Power Up and Glow with Mary Kay, And welcome and thank you for taking the time out of your schedules to come and spend a little time with us. We are very, very excited about that. Thank you. All right, so we're going to talk about this evening. So consultants, I want you to please get a piece of paper, get a journal, get a notebook on whatever you may have. And I want you to write these notes down because they are going to be so helpful for sure. We're going to talk about the zip code. Because who has ever had a dream and you wondered if that dream was ever going to come alive? Well, I always say dreams never die. We just have to resurrect them. So tonight Betty, thank you for that. Well, welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you. We welcome you definitely. And so I want to share with you all that dreams never die. We just have to resurrect them. So write down on your journal, write down on your piece of paper, what dream that you have not realized yet, that you really knew that it was a dream that you knew that could come alive and come true. Write that down because we are going to take a little moment in time to share with you and expound that the journey to the dreams are just explosive. They're just innumerable. And it is just a wonderful feeling when you can just realize it, to see it manifest. Get excited, get excited. So we're going to talk about the zip code for our consultants. Have you ever thought about, well, how can I, because we know that some people are camera shy. You know, they're camera shy. They don't want to turn on their camera, or they're like, oh, I don't know if they're out on the street meeting someone new, they may not even want to say their name. But we're here to share with you that confidence is going to be your mainstay for your dreams to come alive, to have that courage. What is the zip code? What is the zip code? I want you to write down 52631. 52631. The zip code is just a vehicle to which you can use to grow your business. Have you ever desired to become a senior consultant? Have you ever desired to become a red jacket, a team leader, a star team builder? Have you ever had that dream? Have you ever had that goal? Well, guess what? It can come to life. It can come to life. I can guarantee you. In our Mary Kay Pink world, as I love to say, we have 6 days to the month end. Wow. 6 days. What can you accomplish in the next 6 days? I guarantee you, your life can change in the next 6 days. You may want to become a sales director like some of us are on here tonight. So let's break this 52631 down. The zip code is an ideal from our Executive National Sales Director, Gloria Mayfield Banks Emeriti. She retired a few years ago, but guess what? She not only retired, or as she calls it, graduated, she graduated on top. And I had the distinct pleasure and honor to be mentored by her. And when I tell you she broke all abundance of Mary Kay's records that still stand today, that have yet to be broken since she has left. So she had created this for every consultant, every director, every inspiring car driver to take these nuggets, take these tools, to grow your business, to grow your business. So when I tell you that this zip code is going to change your life, it is going to change your life. So what does the 5 stand for? The 5 stands for 5 new names a day. You will design, you will create a method, a referral program. Now, what we do here, we try to make it so simple, so easy in this environment to which we live. So we meet on Sunday, okay? And we send out invites. And so you can use that as a method to, meet new people, to get your 5 new names. Now, what are these 5 new names going to be? They can be guest of a party, customers, warm chattering, just doing life, wherever, however, and in the time that you choose. You just get a few new names a day. Now, I have been blessed to be able to be trained by some of the best of the best of the best in Mary Kay and Newberry. Ann Newberry was another record breaker in Mary Kay. She taught us how to always okay, so she's one of the Mary Kay icons. Like she was one of the first nationals under the Mary Kay woman herself. Okay, so Ann Newberry is a phenomenal woman. Okay, she's a phenomenal woman, and so back in the day, I'm just going to use this terminology because it was back in her day. She would call it dialing for dollars. Well, guess what? We know we don't use rotary phones anymore. We have our smartphones. So we could say we're going to punch for dollars. I always remember that she used to teach that. We have to be comfortable, you all. We are entrepreneurs. We are entrepreneurs in this business, and we have to be comfortable in getting those 5 new names each and every day. Each and every day. And guess what? You can work up to it. You can work up to it. All right. And what I started doing, I literally called when I started my Mary Kay business, I just called the people that I knew and said, you know what, can I practice? Because I just joined this new business and they're asking me to do XYZ, whatever it was. Okay. I was one of those that said, please show me, tell me, teach me, mentor me. I was like a sponge and I still am a sponge. Okay. I just love information. Okay. And so that is what I was taught. And I was benefited to be taught by some of the best in Mary Kay. So we're just sharing, and you're going to hear later from some other phenomenal directors that we have on this line tonight, okay? And they're going to share with you what they have learned to become successful. We all want to say to you, we believe in you. We know you can dream it, achieve it, and do it and accomplish it. So that's 5 new names a day. So number two in our zip code is 2 new bookings. I remember Gloria Mayfield Banks always said to me when she said, Roshane, she said, I may not know the people that you know. You may introduce me to them, but you know them best. So that's what I say to the consultants. You know the people that you're reaching out to the best, right? And so you call them. And so what I did, she said, just call the people you know until you gain enough confidence, until you gain enough courage to expand your wings. Let me tell you just a quick little story about getting new bookings, okay? But it doesn't have to do with bookings right now. It has to do with Eagles. So I am here in California, and there has been a phenomenon that happened back in February up in one of our national parks. Well, a set of eagles had 3 chicks. They had been wanting last year. The chicks never, I can't remember the terminology, but the eggs never hatched. Okay. The eggs never hatched. But this year, they hatched 3 eggs. Eventually, about 3 weeks later, one of them passed away because of the elements in the air, right? But now we're in May, and the 2 chicks that survived, you would never believe ever that they were these little baby chicks. And now they're flapping their wings. So I've been watching this journey since February of with these chicks, right? And watching them evolve. Okay, back to the bookings. We have to evolve. So we start with these small steps, like these chicks when they hatch. So think of you that you're hatching out of your comfort zone, okay? And then pretty soon you'll be able to practice flapping your wings to fly and be a great entrepreneur, okay? So the 2 bookings, back to the bookings, we're looking to create relationships, building relationships with those 2 new bookings that you're going to ask from the 5 people that you have talked with. You're going to find 2 that will book with you. And again, you can use this Sunday, the Sundays that we have, as an example. Okay, so we have, and if anybody has any questions, please put it in the chat as well. So these are not held appointments. They're not held appointments. You're just booking to get in the practice of booking. Does that make sense? All right. Then what you're going to do is the number 6 in the zip code is $600 in sales. $600 in sales. Holding 6 facial appointments or 1 full party and putting products on faces. Because guess what? Faces will take you places. Faces will get you to your dreams, right? And then so you're going to have that $600 each week in sales, because from those 5 names to the 2 bookings will result in sales. All right. Number 3, 3 face-to-face interviews each week. Now, because we're in the hybrid environment still, it's okay to do it like what we're doing it right now on Zoom. We have plenty of face-to-face. I do a lot of my Mary Kay training because a lot of our consultants are nationwide. So we can't really meet face-to-face. So we just come on Zoom to do the meeting, to do the parties, etc. All right. So 3 face-to-face interviews each week. And this is half of the faces that you will be seeing each week. You could use 3 of those faces. So here it is. Okay. So I have 5 names, and one of my names is Susan. So I'm going to give you an example. Oh, Susan, thank you so much for helping me out. You know, we've known each other for over 20 years, and I am so glad that you're helping me practice my new business, so it can get off the ground. And so I want to ask you, how did your face feel after our facial? And then she'll give me the response, right? And then once she gives me that reply, I'm going to say, Susan, can I just ask you if you wouldn't mind taking, like, do you have another, like, maybe 5 minutes? No more than about 5 minutes? Sure. Okay. Can I practice my interviewing skills with you? And because I've known her for a long time, she'll more than likely say, absolutely, Roshane. So what we're going to do is practice our interviewing skills each month. Does this all make sense to anyone? If it doesn't make sense, put it in the chat. What doesn't make sense to you? But it is that simple, you all. Out of the 3, at the 3 out of the 5, ask them if you could practice your interviewing skills face to face. So it could be in person, or it can be on the platform of your choice, Zoom or whatever you use. And that will be half of the 5 people that you have spoken with for that day. Now, remember, it's 5 new names a day. So if you're getting 5 times 5 is 25. So that's 25 at the minimum each week. 25 names at the minimum of each week. All right. And then finally, with the zip code, we have our weekly accomplishment sheet. And this is the sheet that is in our In Touch, in our Mary Kay In Touch, that is an automatic vehicle to do all of your tracking. When I tell you, guess what? My mentor, Gloria Mayfield Banks, when I started this business many years ago, she used to say, Roshane, I know you're just starting out, but I want you to get into the habit of doing your weekly accomplishment sheet. Guess what she said? Even if it's zero, like I made nothing that week, still turn in your weekly accomplishment sheet. And do you know, because I was a sponge and I listened, right? And I not only listened, but I took the action steps as well. I did exactly what she said. And guess what? A track number grows. Write that down in your piece of paper or journal. A track number grows. Always remember that. When you're tracking the 5 faces, per day, the 5 names per day, when you're tracking your 2 bookings per day, when you're tracking your 600 sales in 1 week, each week, when you're tracking 3 face-to-face or virtual interviews each week, and then that last but not least, the weekly accomplishment sheet. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to have this sheet available for everyone. And so you'll be able to print it out and do everything. So does anybody have any questions on our zip code? That was the quick, that was the quick nuggets of the zip code. Does anyone have any questions whatsoever on the zip code? Do we have any questions? No questions? Okay, awesome, awesome. So that means I explained it okay? I explained it okay. Awesome, 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 awesome. So we want to encourage each consultant to definitely start tonight. Get your 5 names. Get your 5 names. Get your 5 names tonight. Get your 5 names tonight. And when you get your 5 names, get 2 bookings. Get 2 bookings. Get 2 bookings. And then by the end of this week, you're able to get um, your $600 in sales, and then your interview, and then of course your weekly accomplishment sheet. So thank you so much. I appreciate that. And coming up next, we're going to have, oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Coming up next, we're going to have Cindy, and Cindy is going to talk about our 4-quarter stars, and also our upcoming seminar, So Cindy, take it away.
Okay, so we have the year is wrapping up, and I seem to be kind of frozen. You can hear me okay? Yeah? Okay.
Yes. Yes, we can hear you fine. Thank
Okay,
you.
so our year is wrapping up, and I'd like to see who in the chat is on target to be a 4-quarter star consultant this year. So if you're a 4-quarter star consultant, put it in the chat for us. Do we have anybody? And directors, that means you too. Okay, so Kathy said yes, she is a 4-quarter star consultant, and that's Kathy Wolf. I believe she's up in Bakersfield. Am I correct on that? Yes. And Darla is also a 4-quarter star. And we also have a new director joining us tonight, and that is Selena Burns from Hemet, California. You're not too far from me, Selena. And Roshane is also a 4-quarter star. And I am also a 4-quarter star. And I do have one consultant in my unit that is completing 4-quarter star this year as well. And she is, I don't believe, not on the call tonight. Okay, anybody else? Okay, is anybody close? Is anybody already completed 3/4? And Selena says she has one consultant finishing 4/4 star. So is there anybody that completed their 3/4 and they're going to be finishing as of June 15th, their 4th quarter? Do we have anybody that's on target that way? What a 4/4 star is for our guests and for those that are new to Mary Kay, when you order $1,800 or more in a quarter, and our quarters are kind of like a calendar quarter, but they start in the middle of the month. So they start, for instance, this quarter started March 16th and is ending June 15th. And so any time you have completed that $1,800 during that time period, you are a star consultant. And then if you complete, so the 1st quarter starts June 16th and ends on September 15th. That's the 1st quarter of the year. And then the final quarter, which is the one that we are in now, as I said, began March 16th and is ending June 15th. So we're running to the races to complete it because that is our 4th quarter and that's celebrating the Mary Kay year end. Our year starts July 1st and ends June 30th. So the benefit of being a star consultant is you win beautiful prizes from Mary Kay. And you, as a star consultant, you'll receive referrals on your Mary Kay website. You get special recognition and you get extra team building credits. So if you share the career opportunity and add team members during the quarter, and your team members order at least $600 during the quarter, you will get bonus points for your star consultant prizes. And you also get early ordering privileges. So that means when the new products launch, which we have had the new products launch in May this year, our summer products launched in May. And so for those that were star consultants or took advantage of our preferred customer program, which is our mailing program to send out our lookbook catalog to all of our customers, then you are able to order early on May 10th. The rest of the consultants will be able to order on May 15th. So you get to order 5 days earlier as a star consultant. And then getting back to the prizes, they give us this opportunity to shop for whatever prize we want, which is amazing. So there's actually an app for that. You go onto the app and it'll tell you how many points you have earned in the quarter, and you get to shop with those points to get prizes. So my house is full of star consultant prizes. I'm almost to 100 quarters now as a star consultant. And so I have dishes and luggage. I even have furniture that I want from Mary Kay. This year I've earned a lot of points because I was a pearl on one of the quarters. And I'm just kind of saving them all up this year. Usually I shop right away each quarter, but this year I'm just accumulating them all. And I can't even imagine what kinds of wonderful prizes I'm going to be able to get with all my points. I haven't even really looked at it, but it's a lot of points. Yeah, Darla says she's saving hers too. She's going to get one big prize at the end of the year. So anyways, it's so nice to have a company like Mary Kay that recognizes us for our work, a work well done. We get prizes, we get recognition. And that's just not something that you get in any other career out there. That's consistently getting rewards for work. Okay. And then we are wrapping up the year. So for some people, that means finishing the Princess Court, which is 20,000 retail in the year. So do we have anybody that's on target for that this year? So you're wrapping that up next month. And if you are, and we're looking at these are the kinds of prizes you can win. So you can see there's must be a little kids vehicle because I don't think we get enough prizes for a regular vehicle. Although some of us do have Mary Kay vehicles that we've earned, but you can see there's a fire pit and there's a crock pot. But there's just tons and tons of stuff. There's so much stuff that usually what I do is because you can search. So I put in my points and then it'll show me everything at that point level that I can earn. That's usually how I like to do it. Now, if I've, been walking around my house and thinking, oh, I really need this, then I can search by item. Well, you search by category, then you can search by item. So it's really, really fun to shop for free. It's online shopping, but it doesn't cost you anything. It's a gift from Mary Kay. So you can see that. All right. So let me go back to the Princess Court for the end of the Mary Kay year. Is there, I didn't see anybody pipe in there. And what about you directors? Any directors that are doing Princess Court, or let me know if you're doing Queen's Court. So Princess Court is 20,000 retail. Queen's Court is 40,000 retail. And I know, okay, Roshane has completed it. Kathy has completed it. So that's the Queen's Court. Selena has completed the Queen's Court. I think Darla and I are about the same. We've got about, I think I figured I've got 2,500 retail left to do. So that with my order for May and my order for June, I'll have it wrapped up. Yeah. And Darla said she's going to be in the Queen's Court. So I'm excited. For me, this is going to be my 5th time in the Queen's Court of Sales. And the last one I did, if you can imagine, was 20 years ago. I thought it was 10 years ago, but it was actually 20 years ago. In 2005 was the last time I did Court of Sales. So, that's the beauty of Mary Kay is that, okay, Darla says it's her 4th, that, we have different kinds of goals and you don't have to always achieve all the goals all the time. So it just depends on what your focus is. Some years I'm focused more on building my team members and helping them to reach higher levels of leadership in Mary Kay. Sometimes it's just building my personal team. So every year you can focus on different things. And so I'm excited that that, it's never too late, right? So 20 years ago was the last time I won a ring, and this year I'm winning a ring. So pretty exciting. Okay, and then these are the prizes for seminar. So that beautiful square ring, it's actually 4 carats total. I think, let's see, 4 carats in white topaz and a 1/2 carat of diamonds. And it's in a rose gold setting. You can't really tell in the picture, but it's actually rose gold. The band is rose gold. It's just gorgeous ring. I got to try it on at a leadership, I think, and seminar. Well, yeah, I think I tried it on in both places this past year. And then you can see the Diamond Bumblebee, and that is for our quota sharing, and that's for team building. That's for um, turning your customers into beauty consultants and having them join your team as a beauty consultant. And to earn the Diamond Bumblebee, it's 24 Great Start qualified, which means that they've done their initial inventory investment, and then you win the Diamond Bumblebee. And so I have earned that one time. If anybody else has earned the Diamond Bumblebee, let us know. I see that Kathy, this is Kathy Wolf's 14th time in the Court of Sales. So that's exciting. Anybody else do the Court of Sharing? And then you can see the big ring there. I believe, is that the Queen's ring? Anybody know? I think that you get a different ring if you're the queen in the court. And Selena has also done the Court of Sharing. And she was the queen of her seminar in the Emerald. And that was that for the Court of Sharing, Selena? That you were the queen? Or was that for Unit Club? Oh yeah, Court of Sharing. And that's quite a huge honor to be the queen of the seminar. And Kathy says, "Wow, Selena, congratulations." So that's amazing. And for those of us that have been to seminar, and I want you to, if you haven't been, mark your calendar, July 24th to 27th, and we'll be in Charlotte, North Carolina, which is a new location for us, but it's a beautiful city, and it's there's a lot to do around in the city and around the city. So set your sights on attending seminar. But when you are there, you'll see that that when you are in these courts, you get to be presented on stage in front of, since we're combining seminars this year, there should probably be about, I would think 5,000 to 7,000 people at each seminar. And you will be presented on stage. You get a sash. So it's a very Miss America experience. You wear a sash, they announce your name, you march across the stage. And then if you're in the top 20, which when I did Court of Sharing, I was in the top 20, you get to stay on the stage. And although I don't know that maybe I think they did it differently this year, didn't they? They didn't have the top 20. I don't know. Anybody, somebody correct me. But I'll just say that Selena got the chance to be presented a beautiful bouquet of roses, a crown on her head, an additional sash that said she was the Queen of Sharing, and then she got to sit on a throne. They have a beautiful padded throne that the Queen gets to sit on. And the Queen also gets to have her family attend seminar and be on the stage with her too. And then usually her senior director. So let me know if I'm explaining all about that right, Selena. And she says she was in the top 20 and was number 9. Okay. So is that, so you, okay, I'm getting a little confused. Was that for a different, was that for sharing also?
Excuse me, that was for sharing. I was the top 20 and I was
Okay.
number 9 for that seminar year. So it was
Okay,
still
and so what were
exciting to be
you the
on
queen?
stage.
What were you
Yes.
the queen of?
I wasn't a queen. I was in the top 20 of Emerald Seminar and I was number 9.
Oh, okay. All right.
Okay.
Great. Well, congratulations. That's great. And let's see, I was top 20 and I think it was number 11, I want to say. I think I was number 11 when I did it. And the benefit that I also got the year I did it, Mary Kay was still alive when I did it. And we got to have a reception, the top 20s in all the courts got to go, instead of having they used to do a Queen's Court reception at her big pink house. She moved back to her smaller home and they did a reception for all of the top 20s. And so I got to be in Mary Kay's home. They served us tea and cookies, of course. And we got to actually be received by Mary Kay herself while I was there. So that was a really exciting experience for me. One of the highlights of my career that I had that opportunity to be in Mary Kay's home, to meet with her. And of course, in the Roundhouse, that is the original pink bathtub. So for guests, you're going to think we're crazy, but Mary Kay had a sunken pink bathtub in this round home. When she bought her bigger pink home, she again had a pink bathtub, sunken pink bathtub, like pink marble. I don't know if it was real marble, probably it was real marble. And when you would go there, that was the big deal, to always get your picture taken in the pink bathtub. So when I was at her home, it was the round home was the original first pink bathtub. And now what they have done is they bring a pink bathtub to the corporate headquarters. And you still get your picture in the pink bathtub, because we do no longer go to Mary Kay's home, because she passed in 2001. So she's our guardian angel now. Okay, so I think we have a video we're going to show now to give you an idea of what seminar is like.
Get ready for an event like you've never seen before. For the first time in Mary Kay history, we are taking Seminar on the road, and we couldn't be more excited. Seminar 2025 will be heading to Charlotte, North Carolina. Imagine celebrating in a place known as the Queen City. What better place to recognize the accomplishments of our Mary Kay royalty, their courts, and all of our fabulous achievers. And there's nowhere better than Seminar to transform your goal setting into goal getting. For 3 impactful days, you can soak up all the education, inspiration, and motivation surrounded by your Mary Kay family. What else is new? Seminar 2025 will be big, really big, with 2 seminar affiliations attending each event. The first seminar will be Diamond and Ruby, held July 24th through the 27th. And the second seminar will be Emerald and Sapphire, held July 28th through the 31st. You don't want to miss this groundbreaking Mary Kay event. Be a part of Mary Kay history in Charlotte, North Carolina at Seminar 2025. See you there.
I was going to tell you that I was actually queen of the diamonds, but mine was during the pandemic. And so the sad part to that is I had to be at home, and there was and I had no idea I was even a queen, or I didn't even know about the sharing. I was just becoming a director, but they had shipped the crown to my daughter, who was my director before me. But so I wished I have to do it again so that I can get the chair that comes out of the ceiling and I can take my family.
Awesome. Do you have your crown anywhere? I didn't even know that. That's awesome.
Yeah,
This is a good segue, by the way, because you're up next. So I'm going to spotlight you. So yeah, that was a good segue.
On.
Thank you so much, Cindy. Does anybody have any questions for Cindy? That was incredible.
Awesome.
That was incredible. Thank you, Cindy. Anybody have questions for Cindy? All right, we're going to go to our final presentation, and we introduce Darla. So yes, let's see.
Okay, hold on. You know,
awesome.
Working, so I'm having to do this with my phone.
No, you're fine. You're absolutely fine. We can see and hear you good.
Okay, so here's my crown.
Wow.
Isn't that pretty?
Oh my gosh, incredible.
Yeah.
Incredible. I love it.
and to say that I didn't have any idea, but you know, when you're becoming a director, we start at 8 people, 8 consultants, and then we build, and you're busy building. And I just didn't pay any attention, but I doubled because I also got courtesy,
Incredible.
and then I got Queen of Sharing. But
Congratulations.
yes, yes.
Congratulations. Congratulations.
So
Oh, that's incredible.
yeah. And I know that it's such a neat deal. And for all of us directors
Yes.
for accomplishing that, you know, this little bee, you want to get lots of them on your lapel, because when we go to seminar, you'll see women, they'll have maybe 3, 4. Some women will have 14. I mean, they've been in Mary Kay a long time, but it's great to start. You started with one, and then you want to keep going. So, Cindy, I really hope that you do great, because once you hit the 24, it goes on commission to be able to see who wins. Or like if you hit 26 or 28, then to divide it out, it's by commissions. But anyway, so today I get to share with you my I story. And if you don't know what an I story is, it is our story about when we came into Mary Kay, or how it was before, and what changed in being in Mary Kay, and you know, all of that. So I'm just going to kind of give you clips of my life, and you'll see for me. So my parents were in the CIA. So I traveled from Taiwan to Ireland to Canada. And then my dad went to school in Ireland at the college. And then he also did in Canada. So he was thoracic heart doctor and also a anesthesiologist. But in Taiwan, he was actually the doctor for Bay of Pigs. Now, if you're the older one, you would know that in 62, 63, that was a war that was with the Cubans and US, and then against somebody else, except for we ended up walking out. But anyway, it was great because my dad was a part of trading the Cubans. Anyway, I'll go on. So then I have had jobs, but I was divorced and I have 2 children, Aaron and Savannah. And then I blended my family together. And in blending, my husband had 2 kids. I had 2 kids, and my son was named Aaron, and his son was named Aaron, which is interesting. We thought that would be the worst thing that we would ever do. Anyway, I've used Mary Kay since I was 18. No one ever asked me to go to a party, or even if I wanted to join Mary Kay, because had they done that, I would have been above my daughter. It's a lot harder to have your daughter above you. It's much better if I would have been above her. But she'd asked me, and she actually called me when she's going to be a director, and she says, Mom, is it okay if I join you in Mary Kay? And then when the bag comes in, I'll just take it. I said, well, yeah, it's okay. You know, we talked about it. Anyway, after she got her first paycheck of around between 16,000 and 18,000 in 1 month, I called her up and I said, you know, I think instead of being a closet consultant, I'm going to sell Mary Kay. Anyway, in 2020, when the pandemic hit, my house caught fire in my son's bedroom that I'd lost. I'd kept everything. Also, too, we had to move and go to the beach. And so at the beach, I don't know computers and Zoom and all of that, but I thought, well, gosh, we're not doing anything all day. That's when I became a director. And I actually got my car a month before I became a director. And I did it in 3 months, because then you have as much time as you want. But I did it with just sending out for birthdays, sending samples out and calling them up, or you can send a text, do it for their birthday, for their anniversary. But that's how I became a director. My son was killed in 2003 on a crosswalk to our light rail that runs through our city. And 2007, I passed a law and changed 80 crosswalks, 45 stations. 2019, I went back because they judged their own accidents, and I put together a board. I thought blending was the hardest thing, but losing your child is the hardest. I thought I would never be who I am today. I was involved in everything. I was a cheerleader in college and high school. I played tennis, basketball. I skied, water skied, snow skied. I was in Rainbow Girls. I was very outgoing. And then your life changes just like that. So I would have never, ever imagined I could be that person. So when my daughter asked me to do Mary Kay, I was really unsure of myself, because could I be that person that's lost? Could I really go out and talk to people? But you know what? It changed my life. And it's the best thing that ever happened to me. You know, meeting women and have them be on this.
Wave 1, Diamond and Ruby, will attend seminar together July 24th.
Oh, sorry. Anyway, just meeting women in our bubble and being with them. And, you know, you can talk to different people. They become your best friends. If you didn't stay in Mary Kay, you would be best friends with them forever. But I think women should at least try it for 1 year, because it will change your life. And we all go through things in our life. You can lose a child, you can lose a parent, you know, you can be neglected by your spouse. You have so many things that we all go through and will. But this is the main thing. We get to be our own boss. We get to meet so many women. And at first, I was really unsure of myself. But then, you know what? I came back. I came back to who I was. And I thought I wasn't going to live for a long time. But Mary Kay helped me out of that. And then to be a director and have my girls or my consultants for the dream team, you know, they become your kids or your sister, or actually if they're older, but I'm probably one of the oldest, except for Corey's kind of a little older than me. But then there's your best friends. And I tell you what, it's the best thing you could do for your life, because you can be a closet consultant, get 50% off. And that means that you don't have to sell. Or you can be somebody that starts out with, because Mary Kay, they give you a website and a ProPay account, which is your credit card. And all it costs you for that is $35 to join. And you get that. So then you've got this website. If you decided you didn't want to sell it, but people buy from that website, it goes to the company, they wrap it all up, and they ship it out. And guess what? Your money goes into the bank. So we make 50% that way. And then we make even more if you decide you want a team. A team is great because you get together, you pray together, you have time together, and then they bring in more people, and you do too. I am so thankful for the Mary Kay. She started it because she loved women. She wanted us to be as good or better than men. But if you have a dream in Mary Kay, you can succeed that dream. Nobody said you can have a dream and you're not going to get it. God said you have a dream, you're going to get it. And Mary Kay doesn't hold you back financially, because you can go way to the top and make thousands. So if you have a dream that you want to come true, it's going to be that you will make that through Mary Kay. And it will be the best decision you make in your lifetime. So thank you, ladies, for all joining tonight. I had written down more, but I think I did okay without having to look. But I'm glad I could share my story with you tonight. And then I'm also sharing, next week, we're going to be doing bingo. And You don't need a card. All you need is to come, and you're going to pick 5 numbers from 1 through 20. And then you're going to send it to your consultant. And consultant, you can also send it to your director. Those 5, 1 out of 20. And that's what we will use and do the bingo. A lot of fun. You get to see and hear about a lot of products, but then you also, maybe you'll win too. And that's always fun. Like tonight, we're going to have winners. So anyway, hey, you know what? My other directors, you guys did great. What a great training and telling about the star prizes and all of that. And it's really nice to have two more directors on, because we directors get to even spend time with our directors at just a small, like a seminar. But there's smaller amounts, but Mary Kay goes all out for all of it. So if you haven't started getting your flights and going to seminar, think about it, because you'll always want to go back. If you don't have the money, start from today and take a certain amount of money and put it in there, because I'll tell you, it'll be one of the best things you ever did. Okay, ladies, anybody have any questions? Or I tend not to look at the chat. So anyway, thank you, Darla. Congratulations. Thank you, Kathy and Cindy. I really appreciate that. You know, it's great to be able to do this. And hug, congratulations, Dar, to keep on and share. Thank you. Congrats. And that's from Selena. Oh, thank you too. Anyway, ladies, thank you for joining us tonight. We do this every Sunday, and I can tell you, I haven't been in it very long with these ladies, but it's a great thing. And then we play different things, bingo, share things in training. You guys bring a guest. I had actually 3, and I don't know if any of them had tried to get on, but bring a guest, because you can also be able to tell them about products and stuff. And we start it and we kind of help you. So if there's anything we can do as directors, please ask us, the consultants or even the guests. And I guess I'm the one that we're going out on. So you guys have a great.
No, we actually have our recognition.
Okay.
We want to have our recognition. So everyone, please give it up for Darla with her incredible story. Oh my gosh, Darla. Whew. I mean, I am just speechless right now. No, keep it on. Keep it on. Keep it on. Yes. Because it's an inspiration to us all on how you were able to have a mind shift after the tragedy. You were able to have a mind shift after your tragedy. And something that you never dreamt of, you resurrected inspiration within yourself. You found that courage. You found that inspiration to rise above your tragic situation. Like, oh my gosh.
Thank you.
My heart is full. My heart is so full right now. And I want to do so. We're going to just, if you all could just bear with us just for a few moments. I want to be able to have our wonderful Kathy. I would love for you to just, you know, I know you introduced yourself earlier, but this has just been a special evening for us with Darla's eye story. And I just want you to give Darla her, as we call it, her recognition and her praise, her, you know, just to say thank you to her. Thank you.
Darla, just like Roshane is saying, I am so inspired by your story tonight and what you have risen above. As Roshane shared about the eagles earlier, it's interesting that she brought that up because I don't know if you know that eagles rise above every storm. They don't stay with the pack, they rise above. And at a certain point in their life, they also take themselves apart. They break their beak, they pull their feathers out, and they rise above. It's like then they have another 30 years beyond that time when they kind of die and then rebirth. You had a tragedy in your life, as Roshane shared, as you shared with us, and you rose above that many times. Look, you became the queen of sharing during our pandemic. If any of you, I mean, for those of you who don't know what that means, I've been in 24 years and the bee has just it's eluded me for 24 years. And during a time when we could not even meet, you became the queen. And that is just so amazing for all of you out there listening. That is utterly amazing. And that shows that she pivoted. That shows that she didn't stay behind, because those that didn't pivot with the pandemic were just kind of stuck behind. I think we all learned how to use Zoom. I'd never even heard of Zoom. We all learned how to, use Facebook more and ask your friends and friend friends, and like you said, you gave samples out, you mailed out samples. You found a way. You're a find a way, make a way kind of woman through any kind of situation. And you touched all of our lives tonight. And I'm so blessed. I think we're all so blessed by your story. And I just appreciate you for sharing. And it takes a lot to share our story and to be able to tell us, what you've been through and just how you've risen above and who you are now. And now you're stronger for that. And you're stronger for the women that you're leading. And you're stronger for your sister consultants, each of us. And I just want to thank you on behalf of all of us here tonight. Thank you so much, Darla.
Thank you so much too. I forgot to
Thank
tell you.
Yes, go ahead.
In 1 month, I'll have a book out.
Well,
And
I was going to share that. Yes,
Yeah.
thank you.
so I'm hoping it's out within a month, but it's called Dream Big, Make a Difference. And, I just wrote a journal of how I felt things had happened, and Mary Kay is a part of that too.
Mhm.
So anyway, thank you very much, Kathy. I really appreciate that, and everybody else. Thank you.
And I would like to say that, Darla, I see a vision of you in heaven with a crown that's waiting for you there and your son at your side.
Thank you.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. Thank you all so much. Like I don't know. I hope you all are inspired like we're inspired. I mean, Mary Kay is more than just skincare. It's about relationships. It's about growing. It's about community. And if anything that you heard tonight sparked any inspiration or sparked any intuition in you, if you had any reservations about who we are, and what we do, we asked you to take that leap of faith. Take that, let's fledge out of the nest and come and join us. Because if nothing else, you will have a support system of a sisterhood like none other. You all, 1 year ago, none of us knew one another. And now look at today. Like none of us knew. I didn't know Cindy. I didn't know Darla. I didn't know Kathy. They didn't know me. We didn't know each other. But because of Mary Kay is a bond. This corporation is a bond like no other corporation, and dare I say in the world.
Yeah.
Dare I say in the world. Like you will have community, you will have sisterhood, you will have bonding, and you'll make money on the side additionally. So come and join us. Yes, go
Rosie,
ahead,
can I
Kathy.
say something real quick?
Oh, yes.
I want to just mention, I hope it's okay, but I am going to give a shout out for you. And that is that you sent me a note earlier today that you've been chosen, recommended, your name has been given to Mary Kay to be a monthly Miss Go Give. And what that means is that she gives of herself just un unselfishly to so many others. And look what she's doing. Like she was the one that gathered us all together. You, like you just mentioned, you didn't know any of us a year ago. And it's about giving. As I shared last week, I met Roshane just very quickly through one of my customers who was in LA, 2 hours south of me. He went to an event with his daughter, ended up at a birthday party, and he didn't have a gift for his daughter to give to this little girl. And so he says, "Do you know anybody in the LA area?" And I said, "Well, no, but let me put it out there." And so this is the way Mary Kay works. I put it on a Facebook group. Roshane happened to look at that
Late at night.
Yeah.
that she doesn't normally look at. She was probably drawn to it, just by God. Here's those, those God winks. And she answered the call, filled the order 30 minutes away from where this gentleman was, wrapped it up with a card. And while she was still putting together 25 gift bags to take to fire victims in LA the next day. She's an ambassador for Mary Kay. That means we do fundraising efforts. We give dollars to our Mary Kay Charitable Foundation. She is the true Miss Go Give. And I just wanted to bring that up and share that. And so she's been recognized in that honor, and now seeking individuals to just put in their support for her to be the monthly Miss Go Give, and then perhaps even at seminar to be the company Miss Go Give. So thank you for all that you give to us and pour into us too.
Wow. This is a surprise, you all. And I mean, and all of us directors are incredibly surprised tonight. I can kind of speak for all of us on that, that this has turned into a very incredible night of information, of powerful testimonies and powerful stories, of how Mary Kay has changed our lives. And, like I said, we want to spotlight now some of our consultants that have been doing the work in their business. And we love to say in Mary Kay, we love to say you're in business for yourself, but what? Not by yourself, right? You're in business for yourself, but not by yourself. And what that means is that, yes, you sign your beauty agreement. You sign your beauty agreement to say, yes, I want to have all of the perks that come along with that $35, the website that Darla talked about, and, all of the other great opportunities of a incredible back office, okay, called Mary Kay InTouch. Okay, all of our training tools, videos, you name it, it's in that Mary Kay InTouch. And so we want you to just, we want you to be all you can be and come and join us just for that $35. Okay. So we want to spotlight some of our beautiful consultants, that are working their business. They're doing the zip code without even knowing that they were doing the zip codes. They're going out and they are presenting them the business how it should be. They're talking about it. We have what it's called an Applause magazine. We have an Applause magazine that our company puts out. on a monthly basis. And it talks about the incredible women all over the country that are doing this business successfully. And so we're going to show some of them today that have stood out amongst our unit. So I hope this works, you all. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. All right, let's see. All right. Awesome. So congratulations. Woo! Congratulations. Congratulations to Carrie, who is our queen of sales, and Eulith Bartley, who is our queen of sharing. And
Great.
that's through May. So let's give them a celebration. Woo! Congratulations. 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 And we want to thank you all for joining us for this evening of our this is our monthly training, our monthly meeting that we come so we could recognize and also give recognition to all and celebrate all of our achievers. And so we want you to mark your calendars for the last Sunday in June. It's going to be a full-blown celebration because we know that it is our end of our seminar year. It's the end of our seminar year, which is June 30th. Can you all believe it? Like, it is going to, I know. It's just like, I want to spotlight all of our directors. Let's see, I want to spotlight all of our directors. It is literally the last, 36 days, and Seminar 25 will be in the books, you all. So we want you to join us on the last Sunday in May. And don't forget Father's Day. We're going to have a special men's night on June the 8th, you all. Bring your significant other, bring your spouses. It's going to be phenomenal. And we have a special guest. We're not going to let the cat out of the bag, so to speak, but we have a special guest, hopefully, that they will be confirming that your men will not want to miss. Your men will not want to miss, definitely. So as we conclude for this evening, I want, Kathy, I know you you have spoken, but I want you to give your final words, and then Cindy, you'll give your final words, and then we'll wrap it up with conclusion with our queen, Darla. Our queen, Darla. So thank you all again. I want to thank you all. And I just want to encourage you, like I started this evening saying, dreams never die. Today is for you to resurrect your dream. So thank you. Kathy?
Thank you for taking the time to be with us this evening. I know our time is precious and valuable, and it's important that you took this time. And it's very special that you took this time because hopefully you've been inspired, and you're walking away with a dream in your heart that maybe is a new dream or a dream that has been resurrected. I'll be honest that this evening has resurrected a dream in my heart. So I'm going to leave you with that. And so even as a director in 24 years, dreams can be resurrected. So thank you. And I'm very happy I took the time to be on tonight. I hope you have been as well. Blessed.
Cindy?
I want to remind you that we are offering a special prize for the end of May. That it kind of flew by on the video that we saw, but
I'll try to bring it back up. Go ahead and yes, go ahead.
if you ordered, it's an opportunity for you to be the first to receive some of the new summer products for free from your director. So if you order $250 wholesale, you will get 5 of the new summer lookbooks. If you do $450, and so if you've already ordered this month, but you haven't quite hit the $450 yet, go ahead and get in that extra order before the end of the month. And you will get 1 new lavender and coconut body lotion, which is a $16 value. If you do a $650 wholesale order, you'll get 1 of the new tinted lip oils, which they're fabulous.
Yes.
Fantastic. I think the best lip product we've ever had is what I feel. And then of course, if you do 700, you'll also get the beautiful confetti cosmetic bag gifted to you from Mary Kay as well. And then $850 wholesale, you will get the Power Up prize, which is the confetti cosmetic bag, plus 1 lavender and coconut body lotion and the matching shower gel. $12.50, you get the Power Up prize plus both of the new tinted lip oils. And then if you do Great Start, add 1 Great Start qualified team member in May and earn the new Confidently You perfume, which is fantastic. It's the most beautiful fragrance I believe we've ever had, and that's a $55 value. So put on your working cap, girls, this next week and earn your summer products from your sales director. And thank you, Darla. You touched my heart.
Oh, it's always a pleasure to be able to talk to ladies that we get together with. And, it's like she said, sometimes when you're giving your emotions out there, you hope that it helps someone else. You hope that the change that you had makes a difference in their life. And that's what Mary Kay's about, making a difference in our life and always doing the right thing. One thing about Mary Kay, she always believed God first, family second, career third. And a lot of us believe in that. And, I wouldn't be here today had I not had God in my life. And my husband, because you just don't think you can make it, but we can. And remember, the dream that you dream, you can do it through Mary Kay. So I'll say it one more time. The dream that you dream, you can do through Mary Kay. Maybe you want to change and have a little bit more money for your family. Maybe you want to have a new house. Maybe you want to be able to send your kids to college. I'll guarantee you that through Mary Kay, you can do that. And we help you. And thank you all for coming tonight. And Cindy, you did a wonderful job. And all the directors did a wonderful job. Thank you, Kathy, for saying those kind words too. I really appreciate that. And I hope and thankful that you all came. I hope this is okay. But at the end of a meeting, I learned through my son that when you're all together, he was with his youth group the day that he died. And I asked his pastor, his youth pastor, did you pray with my son today? And he said, no. So we are all together as a group. You never know when one of us is not going to come back. So if you don't want to stay on for the prayer, you can hop off. And thank you for coming, or otherwise I'm going to pray. I'll give a little bit of time for people to hop off.
Yes, you're fine. Go ahead. You can start. Mhm.
Okay.
Mhm.
Father God, just thank you so much for these women, the women that may just decided to hop on tonight, or the people that see this, that we touch their hearts through what we do. That's what Mary Kay always wanted us to do. Just whoever wants to come in, we want you to help us bring them in. We always want to be here as an angel, a friend, and just to have that so they know that they can talk to other people. Thank you for this week that we are going forward. Thank you for the end of the month that we all meet our goals. This is a business too, and we just thank you that we get the time the next 5 or 6 days to be able to finish up. Take care of each one of these women, all the women in Mary Kay that has joined Mary Kay, and the people that they meet. Take care of all of them. In Christ's name I pray.